I'm Andy Young. I work in the higher education team at Salesforce.org. So we're working with universities globally, but more specifically with our team across Europe to help them better engage with their students, transform the experience for both students and staff through implementing our CRM technology.
And my name is Patti Brown. I'm the director of the Global MBA program at ESSEC, and we're in a collaboration with Salesforce.
The main thing that we're trying to put across is that there's obviously been some big changes in education, not only in the way that's delivered, but very much in the expectations that students have, and that drive towards more of a consumer or customer mindset. So what we're really doing is bringing our solutions to the table to help connect the schools and the students, put the students at the center of everything that they're doing, and therefore personalize the experience that they have with them. So typically we'll see that there's vast amounts of data available within business schools and universities, but it's all very much disconnected, which leads to therefore a disjointed experience for the students. So firstly, it's connecting all of that data and then leveraging that data to deliver that streamlined, personalized experience, both for students going through the process and the student journey, but also for staff who are working with and supporting those students.
Well, we've always used Salesforce for lead generation, nurturing, and this is an obvious next step. The conversation was quite easy. I explained the pain points, which they understood immediately, and our goal is to create a seamless client experience for our MBA students to make sure that before they get on campus, when they're on campus, and then years later when they're alumni, they're still connected to the school. So it was obvious next step for us. During the presentation, I think what I personally wanted to get across to my colleagues was the pragmatic side of it. How does this actually work for us as staff, and then how does it work for our students?
I think there's always going to be a challenge around change management. Human beings, we're creatures who like the way we do things, and if in your own personal opinion, it's not broke, if it's not broke, don't fix it is the kind of mentality. So bringing in new technology has some challenges around change management, and I think it's important that if you can demonstrate quickly the impact that's going to have on both the student side, but also those who are potentially hesitant or resistant to change, what it's going to do for them. So simple things like showing them very quickly how they can get 1-2 hours back in their day just from removing admin processes is going to be key to that. And then of course making sure it works commercially for the sector as well.
What we're trying to achieve is basically what Salesforce has understood. All of our schools, we pay a lot of money for different tools that students don't use, don't know about. Staff spend hours trying to track down data and communicate that to other teams. So we wanted to break silos, and then that's basically what this whole program is doing. I'm able to sort of capture data from career service, from academia, and have a full view of a student in 2 clicks when they're coming in. One specific example is the proactive approach. A lot of times on the programs, we fail a little bit because we catch a problem afterwards or a little bit too late. By getting alerts on anything from absences, non-participation in networking events, a drop in grades, getting that alert helps us be proactive with the student and design the program around the student's needs. An MBA program is a tailor-made program, so it's only natural that the tools that we use are tailor-made for them.
Yeah, there are some that, as I said, there can be some resistance in that sense. There's also, as well, the process in which universities and business schools are governed, and the decision-making process is typically, collegiate and collective. So it's not just about being able to solve a challenge for, potentially the individual or the team that you're first engaged with. It's making sure that key people around the business school and potentially around the wider university as well are actually at the table, bought into that, and understand that the investment they're making has the immediate benefit where we've identified that. But if you think 2, 5, 10 years down the line, technology is going to continue to evolve. So ensuring that you're on the right technology stack that will evolve with you. I think if we can help people see that vision and what the future could look like and how they're able to adapt, I think that goes a long way to solving some of those challenges.
Well, I think it's all of it. I think we didn't even envision that would be possible until Salesforce came and said, okay, paint us a picture of what you want, and they can actually do that. To go back to your prior question, hesitancy also comes from a lack of knowledge, so getting the right people around the table, explaining to the finance guys this is not going to cost an arm and a leg, this is actually going to be saving time and money, and explaining to admin staff how this is going to get them 2 to 3 hours in a day. They're going to be more proactive with students, less problems, less line of students at the door saying what's going on. So it's having that conversation with everybody concerned and reassuring them that counts. It's several teams, because it's not just the on the program side. We can't forget about recruitment, and we can't forget about alumni services. We can't calculate how much time it's saved from a product we didn't have before. We didn't have that reach to alumni before. So anytime rankings comes around or a networking event, you have to scramble with old Excel charts to get a hold of these people. Where having that tool is saving time in the future, and it's an add-on to our program. It's keeping the alumni engaged. I guess I don't think there's anything you guys can't do.
I think that's one of the really exciting things, as you know, as someone who works at Salesforce and as someone who goes out and works with the market, is you know, I'm not telling you we can do everything on day one, but you know, there really isn't a ceiling to what the platform's able to do. And to go back to the question around hesitancy before, I think the market has been familiar with and used to buying technology that fits one particular purpose. So it's a piece of recruitment technology, or it's a standalone piece of alumni technology, and it's in a box and they kind of know what they're getting. So that can be, you know, that can create maybe a little bit of hesitation, is the fact that this technology platform will actually enable you to do all the engagement pieces across the university and business school that you would need to do today. There's a huge amount of evolution, innovation that's going on from a Salesforce perspective that is going to grow that out in the future as well. So I talked about, you know, something in my slides yesterday, which is kids who are going into primary school now, I think it's 67% was the stat, are going to be doing jobs that don't even exist now. And that's the exciting thing about technology as well. In 2 or 3 years' time, we'll be solving problems that people don't even know exist right now.
No, I think the initial conversation with what exactly are the basic needs for now, spending that time to sort of create this, and like you said, taking technology off the table and talking about that is important in the beginning. Mm-hmm. After then, it goes pretty quickly, and because it's the whole idea is that it's seamless and easy, well, it has to be seamless and easy for the staff too. So it's continually that one click. And like, they don't ever talk about coding, they really just talk about clicking and making our lives easier.
Yeah, I think it's important to have some governance in ownership internally from a resource point of view. So a project manager or an owner of the solution, certainly in those early stages. But as I said, the way we approach it, the technology that we have, you know, it's not a push a button and everything works right away. There still needs to be some prescriptive input from the institution to define key areas, but it's certainly much quicker than traditionally large software implementations have been. I think something, you know, we talked about it, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this week is artificial intelligence, and I think that's really exciting from my perspective as to where the sector can get to in the next few years. And, you know, once you have everyone working off the same data in the same system, it's then putting in the ability to have AI deliver various different customer experiences, make automations, but crucially also make predictions. So schools and universities aren't kind of going into a recruitment cycle blind. It's not a case of hopefully we'll, you know, fill the numbers, meet targets and so on. There's a constant kind of visual and knowledge of what's potentially happening through that recruitment stage, and then also into the student success and alumni area as well. So I certainly think that's going to change the approach for a lot of institutions, and it's exciting for us to be able to deliver that with them.